Early last Friday morning, students of a house in Culverland Road were suddenly awoken to the news that a man had broken into their house and was standing naked on their roof.
Riot police and the fire brigade rushed to the scene, and flocks of neighbouring students gathered beneath to witness the shocking event, causing the surrounding roads to be blocked off for the entire day.
We spoke to Jonathan Riley, the student whose house was broken into, and he gave us his account of the day's event.
For me, I got woken up by about 8:30 in the morning or so, because our next door neighbours at number 5 were saying there's a burglar in the house. They were like shouting that, so that's a little bit scary. So I just woke up just to that, and so I went downstairs just to like have a look, have a check. And when I was in the kitchen, I was just looking out the window and I saw this naked man running across the back garden, which was a little bit weird. So, and then the police were already there, like there were police sort of scaling the fence and things like that. And then I think this naked guy sort of, he ran across our garden and then got onto the roof, and the police were trying to coax him down, and that was really when we all started to get up.
Well, apparently I'm a very heavy sleeper because I just slept through it until the police were banging on our door telling us to get out, so that was my real main experience of it. Just a bit surreal, but that was about it.
What time was it?
About 9:15. The police just banged on our door and so we had to get out.
So what was the general atmosphere as things got going and time progressed of the people outside? Did people congregate around your house or anything, or?
Yeah, the police knocked on the door and said that we had to leave, so we sort of gathered everyone together, and they had a police tape cordoning off the road about 100 feet down the road or so. So we were just standing the other side of that, sort of a little bit clueless as to what was going on, because there was a big fire engine with one of those crane things and things like that. So a little bit bewildering. Some of the neighbours came out that we didn't know from sort of number 12 and stuff, and offered us cups of tea and their coats and things like that, which was really kind of them because it was freezing cold and we were still in our pyjamas and things like that. So people just gathered around and we were just trying to sort of make sense of what was going on, because at the time it seemed like it would be done fairly quickly. They just get him down, but so that didn't really happen.
Yeah. So you weren't allowed in the house for quite a while, is that correct?
No, yeah, that's true. The police, they didn't give us a time when they evicted us, so we were just standing there for a while thinking it wouldn't be too long, and then I think after about 3 hours, would you say, of just standing outside, they said you can go back in briefly with a police escort just to pick up stuff and things like that, because some of us had lectures, things like that. So we just sort of went in with this policeman. This was the first of 2 times we were allowed in. We went in and I just got a bag together, just sort of with water and books.
So why did they take so long to try and get him off? Do you know what they were actually doing?
Well, they said to us that they couldn't compel him down off the roof because it wouldn't have been safe for them or for the guy himself, so they basically just had to wait till he chose to come down of his own will. So that was basically what the delay was. If they couldn't force him, it was just a case of waiting out until it got too cold.
Okay, so they were just making sure that he wasn't, they just wanted to watch over him generally.
Yeah, well, one of the police guys said to us that they knew, the constabulary knew who he was, he'd been a sort of repeat offender of that sort of thing, and that he was quite dangerous. So as well as for his own safety on a slanted roof, that's why they didn't want to get him down, but also that's why there was the big police presence, was because they knew that he could be quite violent, so they wanted to take no chances.
Do you know anything of the man specifically, his name or anything? Or any motives?
I can't remember his name.
Oh no, it was Brett. Correct. Yeah, well, that's what the police were calling him. I don't know if that was just the name they decided to call him, but because that's one of the first things I heard was this policewoman outside the window just standing on the fence saying, "Brett, come down, Brett, come down," like that. So, and that's when he was singing at that point. He was, he was singing Do Re Mi off the top of the roof.
Oh, wow.
So,
how do you feel the police dealt with the incident? Do you think they dealt with it well, or?
Yeah, I mean, it was. Obviously, it was kind of annoying that our house was commandeered for 12 hours. But no, I wholeheartely support what they did, because if he's that dangerous, then they definitely needed to do what they did. So
basically, I think they definitely did the right thing.
Yeah, they were really nice. They were really nice and friendly. When we were chatting to the firemen and things like that, they were being so apologetic that they commandeered our house, and we were saying, "Well, it's fine. It's just a little bit. This whole thing's just a bit bewildering."
Yeah, there were definitely some surreal moments. When we went back into our house the second time, having like riot shields propped up against our door, and then I went up and looked at my room and there was a riot policeman sitting there in all his gear, just sort of sitting on my chair. Slightly surreal.
That's true. So obviously you wouldn't really expect something like this to happen in Exeter. Do you now feel a bit unsafe, like where you live, or?
To be honest, I don't know if it's actually sunk in yet, sort of what happened, because at the time it was just so weird and surreal. So at the moment, either it hasn't sunk in, or I'm just thinking this must be just a one-off kind of thing. Like, there's no way something like this could happen again. But I don't know.
I mean, yeah, we weren't really put in any danger as such. I mean, obviously the only part where we pretty thought we were in danger is when we had to go back into the house to get stuff out. But obviously with like police there and riot police inside, pretty safe. And I mean, the guy didn't really seem like he was being violent at the time. So yeah, we felt pretty safe.
Like, have you taken any precautions for your house now to like make it more safe, or?
We're shutting all the windows at night, because that's how he got into the house next door. He got into their bathroom window because they left it open. So yeah, that's like apparently this girl who lives next door sort of came out of her room to see this man like climbing through her window, and that's when everything kicked off. So I definitely have been checking the doors and windows each night. Yeah.
This story has clearly caused much excitement for Exeter students, and will certainly be the most talked about issue on Culverland Road for a while. These bizarre events, however, can act as a warning to ensure that students make sure they secure their house and belongings.